3 summers ago, I broke a spider plant runner trying to carry an overfull tray of pots from one end of the garden to the other. The whole plantlet snapped off, and I dropped it into a glass of water sitting on the outdoor table, meaning to deal with it later. I forgot about it for a week. When I came back, there were roots threading into the water, white and clean, reaching into nothing but water and light. I stood there looking at it for a long time. That was the beginning of an entirely different way I think about propagation. 15 plants, all of them capable of growing without a single grain of soil, in nothing more than water and light on a windowsill. Some of them you already own, some will completely surprise you. Stay especially for plant 13, because what I learned about tomato suckers changed the way I prune every single summer, and I cannot believe I threw those cuttings away for 20 years. If you are new here, welcome to the Gardening Grandma. I post every single week with real practical gardening advice from someone who has killed more than her fair share of plants and learned every lesson the hard way. Hit subscribe so you never miss a video, and drop your U.S. state and hardiness zone in the comments right now. I read every single one. Before we get into it, if you want even more help growing healthier plants, getting bigger blooms, and avoiding the costly mistakes most gardeners make, I have put together my complete Gardening Grandma course, and the link is waiting for you right at the top of the description below. Now, let us get into it. Plant 1, Pothos. If there is one plant that introduced more people to water growing than any other, it is this one. Pothos is almost impossibly forgiving, and it roots faster than almost anything else on this list. Take a cutting just below a node, the small bump on the stem where leaves attach, strip the lower leaves so nothing is submerged, and place it in a glass with enough water to cover the node. Set it near a bright window. Within 1 to 2 weeks you will see white roots threading out into the water. Pothos does well in indirect light and does not want direct afternoon sun that heats the water and promotes algae. Change the water every week or two to keep it fresh and oxygenated. The most common mistake is letting the leaves touch the water. Submerged leaves rot quickly and cloud the whole container. Keep only the roots wet, and you can leave a pothos in water indefinitely once it is established. Plant 2, Lucky Bamboo. Lucky Bamboo is not actually bamboo at all. It is a Dracena, but it behaves better in water than almost any true bamboo ever would. Keep the base submerged in at least an inch or two of water at all times. Lucky Bamboo is sensitive to chlorine and fluoride, so if you are on tap water, let it sit out overnight before using it, or use filtered water. It prefers low to medium indirect light and will yellow quickly in direct sun. Change the water every 2 to 3 weeks and add a single drop of liquid fertilizer occasionally to keep the stalks healthy over the long term. What makes Lucky Bamboo genuinely special is its longevity in water. A rooted pothos cutting in a jar is a wonderful thing. Well-maintained Lucky Bamboo in the right vase is something you can keep on a table for years and have it improve rather than decline. Plant 3, Mint. Here is the one that surprises people most the first time they try it. You do not even need to buy a plant. Grocery store mint works perfectly, the kind in a plastic sleeve from the produce section. Trim the lower leaves, place a stem in a glass of water, and within a week you will have roots. Mint is one of the fastest rooting herbs on this list, and it wants a bright windowsill with several hours of indirect or gentle direct light. Change the water every few days, because mint drinks quickly and the water depletes fast. What makes water-grown mint genuinely useful is how accessible it is. The next time you pick up fresh mint at the market, save a few stems, set them in a glass on the windowsill. You have essentially just gotten a free plant from something that would have wilted in a bag in the back of the refrigerator. Plant 4, Green Onions. This is the one that genuinely stops people the first time they see it. Take the white root ends of green onions, the parts you cut off and throw away after cooking. Place them cut side up in a shallow glass with just enough water to cover the roots, and set them on a bright windowsill. Within 24 hours, sometimes less, you will see green pushing up from the center. Green onions are regrowing from the stored energy in the bulb, but they will continue producing for several weeks in water before that energy runs out. Change the water daily or every other day, and harvest the green tops as they grow, leaving the base intact. If you want to show someone water growing for the first time and get them completely hooked in under a week, start here. There is nothing else on this list that delivers results that fast. Plant 5, Spider Plant. Spider plants produce long trailing runners with small plantlets dangling at the tips, and those plantlets have often already begun developing tiny root nubs while still hanging from the mother plant. Snip a plantlet, place it in a shallow glass with just the base submerged, and roots will typically appear within a week. Spider plants in water prefer bright indirect light and do well in the kind of ambient brightness you would find near a window, but out of direct rays. Change the water weekly and rinse the container occasionally to prevent any slime buildup on the glass walls. A woman in my gardening group has been keeping a spider plant in water on her kitchen shelf for 2 years. She has never potted it up and has no intention of doing so. The roots have completely filled the vase, and it looks like a piece of art. Plant 6, Philodendron. Both climbing and non-climbing varieties root reliably in water from stem cuttings. Take a cutting with at least one node and 1 or 2 leaves, remove any leaves that would sit below the water line, and place it in a glass or vase. Heartleaf philodendron is the easiest variety for beginners. It roots quickly, tolerates lower light than most water-growing plants, and the trailing stems look genuinely beautiful cascading over the edge of a clear vase on a shelf. Like Pothos, avoid direct sunlight. Direct sun heats the water and encourages algae. Indirect or filtered light is what philodendron wants. Once the roots are established and a few inches long, you can leave it in water long term. There is no rule that says you must ever pot it up if the water is being changed regularly. Plant 7, Tradescantia. Sometimes called wandering dude, this is one of the fastest propagators on earth. A stem cutting dropped into water will have visible roots within days, not weeks, days. The purple and silver striped leaves look beautiful in a clear glass, and this plant will continue growing in water for a surprisingly long time without any fuss. It wants bright indirect light to maintain its color saturation. In low light, the purple fades to green, and the plant gets leggy and pale. Change the water weekly and trim any stems that are getting too long. Tradescantia in water is one of the best entry points for anyone who has never tried this before. The speed of it is what converts people. You place the cutting in water on a Monday, and by Thursday you are watching something happen. Before plant 8, drop your U.S. state and hardiness zone in the comments right now. I read every single one, and I want to know which of these first 7 you already own, and which ones you had no idea could do this. How many are already sitting somewhere in your house right now? Drop your number. If you are not subscribed yet, please do that right now. Every week I put out practical information built for gardeners who want the real story. Hit subscribe and let us keep going. Plant 8, Peace Lily. Peace lilies are typically sold in soil, but they transition beautifully to water culture. And a peace lily growing in a clear vase with visible roots is one of the most striking things you can put on a table. Gently remove the plant from its pot. Rinse every trace of soil completely from the roots and place it in a vase with the roots submerged and the base of the plant sitting just above the water line, supported by the neck of the vase or a layer of decorative pebbles. Peace lily is one of the few flowering plants that genuinely thrives long-term in water. It prefers low to medium indirect light and does not need full sun to bloom, which makes it ideal for interior spaces away from windows. Change the water every 2 weeks and add a small amount of liquid fertilizer monthly to replace the nutrients the soil would have provided. Plant 9, Monstera. Yes, Monstera can be propagated and grown in water. A cutting with a node and ideally an aerial root already present will root faster than a cutting without one. Place it in a tall vase with the nodes submerged. Monstera stems are thick and need some support. Rooting takes longer than most plants on this list, typically 3 to 6 weeks for solid root development, and the patience required is the one thing that turns people away. Do not let it. Watching those iconic split leaves emerge from a cutting suspended in a glass vase is one of the most satisfying things in water growing. Keep it in bright indirect light and change the water every 2 weeks. Once the root system is established, a monstera will continue pushing out new growth in water indefinitely. Plant 10, sweet potato vine. Most people think of sweet potatoes as a food crop that needs garden beds and a full growing season. The ornamental sweet potato vine is an absolute powerhouse in water, and it works with grocery store sweet potatoes too. Suspend the potato using toothpicks pushed through the sides with the bottom half submerged in water. Within a few weeks, roots descend into the water and vines begin shooting upward from the top. The vines grow fast, sometimes several inches in a single week, and the trailing purple, green, or bronze foliage is genuinely stunning. If your sweet potato has already started sprouting in the cupboard, it is already trying to do this on its own. Set it in a glass of water and let it. Plant 11, rosemary. Rosemary is slower to root than the softer herbs, and it is more demanding, but it absolutely can be done in water. Take a 4 to 6 inch cutting from a non-woody stem tip, strip the lower needles, and place it in water. Rosemary takes 3 to 6 weeks to develop reliable roots, and it needs a warm environment and good light to do so. In cool or dark conditions, the cuttings will simply sit there or rot rather than root. A neighbor of mine spent an entire winter attempting this on a north-facing windowsill and got nothing. She moved it to a south-facing window in March and had roots in 4 weeks. The patience is worth it. A rooted rosemary cutting is a genuine achievement, and the plant can live in water indefinitely once established, provided you fertilize lightly every few weeks. Plant 12, begonia. Wax begonias and rex begonias root beautifully in water from stem cuttings. Take a stem with a few leaves, strip the lower section, and place it in a bright, warm spot. Roots typically appear in 2 to 3 weeks. But what makes begonia genuinely special on this list is the Rex variety. Rex begonia leaves can be rooted from a single leaf cutting in water, with no stem required at all. One of the very few plants on this list where you do not need a node to get started. The patterned, textured, deeply colored leaves of Rex begonias make them particularly striking as water-grown specimens, and the fact that you can produce a new plant from a single leaf that would otherwise be pruned off and composted makes it one of the most efficient plants in this video. Plant 13, tomato suckers. This is the one that changes how you grow tomatoes once you know it. When you prune indeterminate tomatoes, you remove suckers, the small shoots that grow in the crotch between the main stem and a branch. Most gardeners compost them without a second thought. Those suckers will root in water within 1 to 2 weeks and can be transplanted into soil as fully rooted plants. If you grow indeterminate tomatoes and prune regularly throughout the season, you can produce a continuous supply of new tomato plants from your existing ones, entirely for free, every few weeks all summer long. I threw those cuttings away for 20 years. Now I root every single one. Place the sucker in water in a warm, bright location. Once roots are 2 to 3 inches long, pot it up in soil and treat it exactly like any transplant. Plant 14, avocado, the classic. An avocado pit suspended over a glass of water with toothpicks, the flat bottom just touching the surface, waiting for roots and a shoot to emerge. It takes real patience. Avocado pits can take 2 to 8 weeks to crack open and begin rooting, and not every pit will succeed. Avocado trees started from pits rarely produce fruit, and they grow slowly, which is not the point. A woman I know has been growing her avocado pit seedling for 3 years. It is 4 feet tall, living in a pot in her kitchen. Started from a pit she nearly threw away one Tuesday afternoon. As a project, especially with children, there is nothing like it. Keep the bottom half of the pit in water at all times. Place it somewhere warm and bright. Change the water every week, and be patient. Plant 15, water hyacinth. The final plant on this list is a true water plant, not a soil plant transitioned to water, but a floating aquatic plant that grows entirely on the water surface. Water hyacinth floats freely, drawing nutrients directly from the water through its dangling root mass. In warm, bright conditions, it grows fast and produces beautiful purple flowers. It is used in outdoor ponds and water features, and in warm climates kept on a bright patio or balcony through the growing season. In cooler regions, it is treated as a seasonal addition, brought out in summer, removed before frost. What makes water hyacinth remarkable, beyond its beauty, is that it actively filters and cleans the water as it grows, absorbing excess nutrients. It is one of the very few ornamental plants that improves water quality while looking beautiful doing it. 3 things that apply to every plant on this list before you start. Change your water regularly, weekly for most plants, every few days for fast-growing herbs. Fresh water means oxygenated water, and roots need oxygen just as much as they need moisture. Keep your vases out of direct light or use opaque containers. Light on the water encourages algae, which clouds the glass and competes with your plant. And for anything you plan to keep in water long term, add a small amount of liquid fertilizer every 3 to 4 weeks. Water does not contain the nutrients soil does, and plants kept in water indefinitely will eventually need that support to stay healthy. Drop your zone in the comments and tell me which one of these 15 surprised you most, and have you ever tried water growing before, or is this your first time hearing about it? I want to hear about it. Share this video with one gardener in your life who has a kitchen windowsill and a spare glass jar. They deserve to know just how simple this can be. If you are not subscribed yet, now is the time. I post every single week and I never waste your time. Until next time, happy gardening. Take care of yourselves and take care of those beautiful gardens of yours.